Welcome back to Investing Talk Podcast. Today, we're looking at the world of automation with a company that's been kind of in the headlines. UiPath, ticker symbol PATH.
hmm
We see like some price, some interesting price movements recently, kind of suggesting, that something might be brewing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. And UiPath's latest earnings reports covering Q2 and Q3 of fiscal year 2025 offer some clues, I guess. They saw some pretty impressive revenue growth, I would say. $316 million in Q2, a 10% year-over-year increase, followed by $355 million in Q3, a 9% jump.
Mm.
But, what really kind of jumps out at you is their annual recurring revenue, or, ARR.
Yeah, this is
Um,
like it's really interesting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Q2 saw ARR hit $1.551 billion, a 19% increase. And Q3 continued the trend with $1.607 billion, a 17% growth. And this tells us that UiPath is not only, attracting new customers, which is great, but also keeping existing ones happy. And that's a great sign for long-term stability.
Yeah, and a lot of that growth seems to be driven by their cloud services.
Right.
They mentioned surpassing $850 million in cloud-based ARR in Q2,
Wow.
which is a significant leap, I think.
Yeah, you're right. This shift towards the cloud is a strategic move by UiPath to
Yeah.
adapt to the evolving needs of businesses. It allows them to offer more flexible and scalable solutions, which
Done.
is increasingly important in today's digital landscape.
So how is all of this reflected in UiPath's stock price? We've seen it hovering around $14.14 recently,
Yeah.
up about 6.51% after a period of consolidation.
Yes, that consolidation phase is worth noting. It indicates that the market was taking a wait-and-see approach, possibly due to some uncertainty in the broader tech sector.
Yeah.
But this recent upward tick suggests renewed investor confidence.
And I've even heard some analysts are calling UiPath oversold.
Right.
What would make them think that in this specific case?
Essentially, oversold means that the stock is trading below what some analysts believe it's truly worth, given its performance and potential.
Sure.
This assessment often factors in things like, revenue growth, market share, and future prospects.
So are they saying it's a bargain right now, like it's poised for a rebound?
That's the implication, yes. And there are a few indicators that support this view. For instance, Morgan Stanley recently upgraded its price target for UiPath from $15 to $16.
Good.
This signals that at least some analysts see a brighter future for the company.
UiPath also has some pretty significant partnerships, right?
They do.
Particularly with Microsoft and Amazon. What's the strategic importance of these collaborations?
These partnerships are crucial for UiPath's growth on multiple levels. First, they provide access to a massive network of potential clients. Microsoft and Amazon both have enormous reach within the business world, which opens doors for UiPath to expand its market share.
So it's not just about selling more licenses.
Right.
It's about tapping into like a broader ecosystem.
Exactly. And these partnerships often lead to joint innovation. By combining their expertise and resources, UiPath can develop more powerful and sophisticated automation solutions. Think about leveraging the cloud infrastructure of Amazon or integrating with Microsoft's software suite. Gives UiPath a competitive edge.
Now, I keep hearing about agentic automation in relation to UiPath. What exactly does that mean, and why should investors care about that?
Agentic automation is about taking automation beyond simply mimicking human actions.
Okay.
It's about creating AI-powered systems that can make decisions
Wow.
and take actions autonomously.
Wow.
Imagine software that can analyze data, identify patterns, and make recommendations, all without human intervention.
So it's like giving these automation tools a brain of their own.
Kind of.
That sounds like a major leap forward.
It is, and UiPath is betting big on this next generation of automation. They believe it'll be a key differentiator for them in the market, attracting clients who want to unlock even greater efficiency and innovation.
Looking ahead, what kind of predictions are analysts making about UiPath's stock price?
Right.
What's the general outlook?
Well, while it's always important to remember that market predictions are just that, predictions, some analysts are projecting that UiPath could reach around $15.97 by 2025.
So there's a sense of optimism surrounding UiPath, despite some of the challenges we've discussed.
There is. However, it's crucial to remember that investing always comes with risks, and the market can be unpredictable. UiPath operates in a competitive and rapidly evolving landscape.
We've been talking about, all the numbers, but I'm kind of curious about the bigger picture.
Mhm.
What's UiPath's overall vision, I guess, for the future of automation? What's their unique selling, proposition?
That's a great question. UiPath isn't just an automation company.
Yeah.
They're aiming to be leaders in what they call the automation first era.
Automation first. What does that even mean in practice?
It's a fundamental shift in how businesses think about their operations. Instead of just, automating existing processes, UiPath envisions companies designing their workflows with automation as a core principle from the very beginning.
So like building automation into the DNA of a company.
Precisely. It's a bold approach, but
Right.
one that could revolutionize the way we work. And UiPath is positioning itself at the forefront of this movement. They're not just providing tools. They're advocating for a whole new way of thinking about work.
And how does agentic automation, which we touched on earlier, fit into this vision?
Agentic automation is a key part of that automation first future. It's about moving beyond, basic task automation to create AI-powered systems that can make decisions and take actions autonomously. These systems can learn from data, adapt to changing circumstances, and even anticipate future needs.
But some people might hear that and, worry about robots taking over jobs, right?
Right.
Is that a valid concern?
It's understandable that people have those concerns, but UiPath's vision is about augmenting human capabilities, not replacing them. Think of it as giving every employee a team of intelligent assistants that can handle those routine tasks, freeing up human workers to focus on higher level thinking, problem solving, and creativity.
So it's about redefining what work looks like, not eliminating it altogether.
Exactly. UiPath believes that this collaboration between humans and intelligent automation will lead to greater efficiency, innovation, and ultimately a more fulfilling work experience for everyone.
Now, we've painted a pretty rosy picture so far, but I know that UiPath has faced some challenges.
Right.
Recently. The tech sector has been volatile, and there are concerns about slowing growth in certain segments. How is UiPath navigating these headwinds?
You're right. It hasn't all been smooth sailing, but I think UiPath's response to these challenges has been quite impressive. They're focusing on several key areas, strengthening their core offerings, expanding into new markets, and forging strategic partnerships
Yeah.
to solidify their position.
Can you give some specific examples of how they're doing that?
Absolutely. They're constantly improving their automation platform, making it even more user-friendly and powerful. They're also expanding geographically, targeting new regions and industries where automation can make a big impact. And they're collaborating with other tech leaders, as we discussed earlier, to create a robust ecosystem around their technology.
It sounds like they're taking a proactive and multifaceted approach to tackling these challenges.
They are. And it's important to remember that any company, especially in a fast-paced industry like tech, will experience ups and downs.
Right.
What matters is how they adapt and evolve to meet those challenges.
Yeah.
And in that regard, I think UiPath is demonstrating resilience and a commitment to long-term growth.
Now, we've talked a lot about, revenue growth.
Yeah,
But what about profitability? Are they actually making money?
that's a crucial question, and one that investors should always consider.
Yeah.
UiPath, like many high-growth tech companies, is still in a heavy investment phase.
Okay.
They're pouring resources into R&D, expanding their team, and building out their infrastructure.
Right.
This means that their bottom line might not be as impressive as their top line revenue figures.
So they're not consistently profitable yet.
Not yet, no. But it's important to look at this in context. Investors often prioritize growth over immediate profitability in the early stages of a company's life cycle.
It's like investing in a sapling.
Right.
You don't expect to harvest fruit right away. You
No.
need to nurture it and give it time to mature.
Exactly. And UiPath is still very much in that growth phase. They're laying the groundwork for long-term success, and that takes time and capital.
Right.
The key is to look for signs that their investments are paying off in terms of market share gains, technological advancements, and a growing customer base.
Now, UiPath isn't the only player in the automation game.
Right.
What does the competitive landscape look like, and how do they stack up against their rivals?
The automation market is definitely getting more crowded with big players like Microsoft and IBM entering the fray. This is to be expected in any industry that shows such promise. But I think UiPath has some key advantages that help them stand out. Their focus on agentic automation is a big one. They're really pushing the boundaries of what's possible. With AI-powered automation, their platform is also designed to be very user-friendly, which makes it accessible to a wider range of businesses, not just those with large IT departments.
So they're trying to like democratize access to advanced automation.
Exactly. They're making it easier for companies of all sizes to adopt these technologies and benefit from them.
That's a compelling value proposition.
Yeah.
But as you mentioned, competition is fierce. What are some of the specific challenges UiPath faces in this increasingly crowded market?
One challenge is simply staying ahead of the innovation curve. The pace of technological change in the automation space is incredibly rapid. UiPath needs to constantly invest in R&D to ensure they're offering the most cutting-edge solutions.
So it's a constant race to like stay at the forefront.
It is. Another challenge is educating the market. Many businesses still have misconceptions about automation. They might fear job losses or worry about the complexity of implementing these systems. UiPath needs to effectively communicate the benefits of automation and demonstrate how it can actually enhance jobs and make businesses more efficient.
So it's not just about building great technology, it's about changing like mindsets and perceptions.
Exactly. They need to be evangelists. For the automation-first era, convincing businesses that embracing these technologies is not just a nice-to-have, but a necessity for staying competitive in the 21st century.
It sounds like they have their work cut out for them.
Yeah.
But they also seem to be approaching these challenges with a clear strategy and a lot of determination.
They are. And I think that's what makes them such an interesting company to watch. They're operating in a rapidly evolving market facing stiff competition, but they're also demonstrating a lot of agility and innovation.
And for our listener who's particularly interested in UiPath as a potential investment, what would you say are the key takeaways from our discussion so far?
UiPath is a company with a bold vision, operating in a sector with tremendous growth potential. They're facing challenges, but they're also showing signs of resilience and adaptability.
So it's a mixed bag, but one with a lot of, intriguing elements.
That's a fair assessment. I think the key for investors is to look beyond the headlines and really delve into UiPath's financials, their strategy, and their competitive landscape.
And as always, do your research, consider your own investment goals and risk tolerance, and consult with a financial advisor if needed.
We'll be right back after a short break with more insights into UiPath and their place in the world of automation.
So we've covered a lot of ground regarding UiPath, from their financials to their vision for the future of automation. I think it's clear that they're a company with ambitious goals and the potential to disrupt industries.
Definitely. And despite the challenges they face, there are indicators suggesting that UiPath's stock might be currently undervalued.
Right. We've touched on like the analyst upgrades and the oversold label, but what other factors support this notion of undervaluation?
One metric that can provide insight is the price-to-earnings ratio, or PE ratio.
For our listeners who might not be as familiar with this term, can you explain what the PE ratio tells us about a company?
Of course. The PE ratio compares a company's stock price to its earnings per share. It essentially shows how much investors are willing to pay for each dollar of profit the company generates.
Okay, so a higher PE ratio generally suggests that investors are optimistic about future growth and are willing to pay a premium for the stock.
Exactly. Now, when we look at UiPath, their current PE ratio is relatively low compared to other companies in the automation sector.
That does seem to hint that the market might not be fully appreciating UiPath's potential for future earnings growth.
It's certainly a point to consider. While other factors could be influencing the PE ratio, it's a data point that supports the idea of undervaluation.
We've also discussed UiPath's strategic partnerships with giants like Microsoft and Amazon. Let's dive a little deeper into how those partnerships could be a game changer for them.
Those collaborations are incredibly valuable for UiPath. Firstly, they provide access to a vast customer base. Microsoft and Amazon have a massive reach across industries, giving UiPath the opportunity to introduce their automation solutions to a much, much wider audience.
So it's about like amplifying their market penetration and tapping into established networks.
Precisely. But it's not just about expanding their customer base. These partnerships also open doors for joint innovation. By working alongside industry leaders, UiPath can leverage their expertise and resources to create even more advanced and sophisticated automation solutions.
It's a synergistic effect where the combined knowledge and capabilities can lead to like breakthroughs that wouldn't be possible alone.
Exactly. These collaborations have the potential to shape the future of automation and position UiPath as a frontrunner in the industry.
Now, stepping back a bit, we can't ignore the larger trends influencing the automation market. What's your perspective on the future of this sector?
The future of automation is brimming with possibilities. Businesses across all sectors are recognizing the transformative power of automation to streamline operations, reduce costs, and enhance efficiency.
And with the advancements in artificial intelligence and machine learning, automation is becoming increasingly intelligent and capable.
Absolutely. We're moving beyond simple rule-based automation to a world where AI-powered systems can handle complex tasks, make informed decisions, and even learn and adapt over time.
So UiPath seems well positioned to capitalize on this surge in demand for intelligent automation solutions.
Without a doubt. They have a compelling vision, a strong technological foundation, and strategic partnerships that can propel them forward.
Yeah.
If they execute their strategy effectively, they have all the ingredients to become a dominant force in this rapidly evolving market.
It sounds like UiPath is a company worth keeping a close eye on. They're operating in a dynamic and transformative field with a lot of potential for growth and innovation.
I completely agree. For anyone interested in the future of work and the impact of automation, UiPath's journey is definitely one to follow.
Well, that wraps up our look at UiPath. We've explored their financial performance, their vision for an automation-first world, and their position within the evolving landscape of automation. We hope you found this episode insightful. What are your final thoughts for our listeners who are now intrigued by UiPath?
My advice is to continue exploring, delve deeper into their financials, research their platform, and familiarize yourself with their approach to agentic automation. If their vision aligns with your investment philosophy and you believe in their potential for long-term growth, UiPath could be an exciting addition to your portfolio.
As always, we encourage all our listeners to conduct thorough research, consider their own investment goals and risk tolerance, and consult with a financial advisor if needed. And please consider subscribing to Investing Talk Podcast, sharing it, and leaving a comment. We'd love to hear your thoughts. We appreciate your support and look forward to exploring more companies and investment opportunities with you in future episodes.